here, especially Weeby, because every Moist Critical video implies that I'm not watching a fucking yet another dumbass Bill Maher video, which is very concerning for him.
I was an extra.
What is this? YouTuber gets rated over trading card drama. Here it is.
All of you know I like to collect shiny trading cards. Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering. There's just something about a holographic card that just activates all the neurons in my tiny little primitive smooth brain and makes me clap and have a smile on my face. Now, I've collected cards for a long time, and Wizards of the Coast has produced a lot of the cards I've collected, early Pokemon sets and Magic the Gathering, for example. And what they've recently done to another collector is unforgivably cruel. They unleashed the fucking Pinkertons to go to this man's house and scare him and his wife and confiscate some Magic the Gathering booster boxes that he had recently purchased. That sounds like the plot to a Breaking Bad episode when someone didn't fully compensate Tuco for the drugs they bought. Now, the reason there was an issue with his purchase is because the YouTuber made a video showcasing the boxes that he got, and it turns out the boxes he received were not the ones that he actually ordered. He had ordered a booster box set called March of the Machine, but what he received was March of the Machine, The Aftermath, which was an unreleased set, and he unveiled the cards a month early. It was a leak, and it was a problem with the distribution because the names are so similar. He believes what happened is the person he tried to purchase March of the Machine boxes from
Oh, they should kill him. Yeah, that's how this works now. America, baby. You know? Fuck it, YOLO. Permajail. Oh, did we make a mistake? Turns out it's your problem now.
Accidentally sent him the unreleased boxes because the names were so similar and they got confused. But he didn't steal the product or anything like that. He didn't knowingly purchase unreleased product. He just got sent the wrong thing. But Wizards of the Coast, they took this as an affront to God. I'm sure all of you have heard the name Pinkertons before because they were literally the bad guys in Red Dead. Like, they have existed for 170 years. I had no idea they were still around. I thought they went extinct like fucking 100 years ago. But they still currently operate today. And Wizards of the Coast dusted off the old hotline right to their desk and ordered an operation for them. I'm not here to do a deep dive on the history of the Pinkertons. They engaged in a lot of terrifying shit a long time ago, and I don't know to what capacity they still operate and do business today, but just their reputation enough is horrifying, and the fact that Wizards of the Coast used them as their first means of communication with this YouTuber is frightening. As far as I know, Wizards of the Coast didn't make any attempts to directly communicate with the YouTuber to resolve the situation without making a big hoopla out of it. It seems they just immediately, slapped the Pinkertons on the ass and told them, get out there, sport. Time to engage Operation Pinkerton Pain Train.
I do find it pretty funny that, Normie Jesus is, very aware of the Pinkertons being bad. For those of you who don't know, the Pinkertons are, early formations of police, I guess, or private security. Maybe you know it from Red Dead, but they are the bad guys. They engaged in corporate espionage. They destroyed unions. They are, they're just like private militia for corporations. They're like cops but less restrained. Yeah, even worse.
The largest toy...
Guy, no.
fan.
Let's watch the rest of the Charlie video, and then we'll watch
and
a
then
video
sent
on
them right
Pinkertons.
to the man's doorstep. And when I was reading about...
Yeah, Pinkertons are very real. Yes. They also engaged in slave catching as well, asset extraction. What?
Truth.
I don't like the Pinkertons. They're muscle for the bosses, as if the bosses ain't got enough edge.
So you'd side with me on principle?
Now I'll finish my fucking sentence.
Excuse me.
I don't like the Pinkertons.
This show made me say. It made me say so many bad words. What was like God, Deadwood was such a good show. What was the did they use cock sucking all the time? Yeah, I was like, I think still to this day I say cock sucking all the time because of the show. Like the amount of the sizable impact that whoa, no. Enough exploration. Enough. Done enough. She's literally eating the fucking Logitech USB cord that is the camera to the fucking puppy watch camera. Oh. Hey. No. No. Click. No. Nope. No. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, she's out here fucking taking out the cameras, dude. She's anti-CCTV. It's fucked up. Anyway, let's continue with this Charlie video. Where the fuck was it? I lost it.
About this story and watched the video the content creator posted about the situation, I immediately pictured Wizards of the Coast higher-ups donning these dark cloaks put over their head, kind of like Darth Sidious in Star Wars, sitting around this giant table like an Austin Powers supervillain lair, brainstorming on the best course of action to reclaim the stolen goods, even though it wasn't stolen. And then they came up with the scariest option they could at the time. They treated this YouTuber, his name's Old School MTG, they treated him like Cobra Commander, and they were sending the G.I. Joe after him, all over a fucking trading card leak that the guy didn't even mean to engage in the first place. Yes, he did film the opening of the Aftermath box, which was a leak and it was early, but they could have just asked him politely to like take it down and even ship back the product, and they would maybe just give him what he meant to buy. This was clearly an issue in the distribution, not with the YouTuber himself. He didn't mean to buy this set because it wasn't out. He just wanted some March of the Machine 6th, boxes, and it became a big deal. So much so that it escalated to Wizards of the Coast sending the Pinkertons, which is just wild. You know, the title's not like a joke. The Pinkertons, and this is news to me, are still real. You know them as the bad guys in Red Dead, but they are like a real firm. So basically, in a nutshell, there's a YouTuber, I believe his name is Old School MT.
Okay, this is the rest of it is like clips from the show, clips from the stream. So let's watch the history of the Pinkertons.
2. Homestead,
Alan Pinkerton, the Knights of Capitalism, extra history.
Pennsylvania. Just before dawn, thousands of striking workers surround the Homestead steelworks. They have their families with them. Someone shouts. They turn. 2 barges loaded with 300 men of the